Eternal Squad. Alright, so my update. Every time I press record on this phone when I'm on this trip, a car always pop out of nowhere. What is going on? But look, this is 2 weeks without weed. And honestly, I feel different. I'll be lying if I said, bruh. I'll be lying if I said, taking the break from weed doesn't change the way you view yourself. Like, when I'm sober, I view myself so different. Like, when I'm really sober, I get a another perspective on myself. You feel me? It's like when I'm sober, I discover self-mastery within myself. I discovered like the self-knowledge that's already within us, y'all. Like, when you take a break from certain things, certain people, certain energies, it's like you really find yourself going down a rabbit hole within. This whole time, I'm going down a rabbit hole within. Like, I didn't know I was just tapped in. Like, when I look at myself from a year ago, I'm like, who the fuck is bro? You feel me? Like, to be honest, y'all, like, my whole life, I knew I was different, but until, like, when I got 19, 5 months ago, I would say 5 months ago, that's when I started to really get tapped in. I always been tapped in, but 5 months ago, that's when I really started to get tapped in. When I separated myself, it's like I found myself. When I started to really separate myself and be alone, it's like I started to hear voices telling me keep going. It's like when you catch yourself in an environment you don't belong in, it's like you're gonna be forced to get out. Like, something is gonna pull you out that environment, and it's like everything is divine. Like, every chapter of our life, every timeline of our life, it's like it's divine. So 10 months ago, I wasn't like this 10 months ago. Like, I always knew that I knew something, but I ain't really know that I knew something, because it's like your true identity is hidden from you your whole entire life as the chosen one. They don't want you to know you a God. They don't want you to know you an earth angel. They don't want you to know your true identity, because when you find out your true identity, you really start to use your powers to heal people, because that's what you are sent to do as a God, as a goddess, as a ascended master, as a king, queen, earth angel, angelic being, whatever. Like, that's what you sit here to do. You sit here to just heal people with your energy by just being who you are. And it's like, who you are is like a millions of years old. And this is 2 weeks of me not smoking weed no more for the rest of my life. But it's like, bruh, I started to really question myself. Like, when I was alone, like 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I was alone. Like, I was really alone. Like, no family around me really like that. But like, I'm finding myself. And I started to question myself. I'm like, bro, how old am I really is? Like, how old I'm in? Like, how old is I really am? Because why am I drawn into certain books? Why am I drawn into certain people? Why am I drawn into certain things? Why am I drawn into aliens? Why am I drawn into angels? Why am I drawn into these things? Because I am these things. When you are reading the book, it's nothing but divine messages in that book. When you are thinking about a certain topic, when you are thinking about something consciously, it's a reason and it's a purpose behind it, because you are what you are looking at and you are everything you are experiencing. I'm like, how do I know all this stuff? Because you come from the sun. I started to really tap in with the sun 5 months ago. No, I would say 9 months ago, I started to really tap in with the sun. When I dropped out of school, I ain't know what to do. I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna do YouTube, but I gotta figure out something to get to know myself. So I started tapping with the sun. I never grounded myself. I never put my feet in grass until like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. So when I'm tapping in with the sun is telling me everything I need to know. The sun is letting me know, like, this is a portal that you travel to when you look at it. When you look at this portal, your spirit is collecting information and is downloading to your soul. Your spirit is going up to the sun, collecting information and re-downloading it to your soul, because everything is meant to wipe your memory in this simulation. So this whole time, they was wiping my memory the whole time, gang. They was wiping our memory the whole time. And it's like, when you become present, they can't do that because you are recognizing your power. Your energy is rising in frequency. Like, your energy is really, I'm saying, it shows for itself. Your energy shows for itself. And when people see you, when people is in your presence, they can feel that energy. They can feel you are something special. When someone look at you, they can tell you got a future. And it's like, school is a hell of a distraction. When you on this spiritual journey, when you are on the spiritual journey, discovering self-mastery, discovering self-knowledge, it's really of a mission, because you're studying so much energy. It's like, as a spiritual being, when you are in a room full of people, full of different personalities, you are studying each and every one of those people. The whole time I was in school, I'm mastering energy. I'm looking at everybody. I'm studying everybody. I'm studying how he move. I'm studying how she move. I'm studying how the teachers act. I'm studying all this shit. And at the point of my life right now, observing is everything. I'm like, observing got me here. Me observing how I feel got me here. Me observing the motherfucker saved my life. It's like, when you observe a motherfucker, you are really taking their energy. Like, you're absorbing their energy. So however they feel about you, it's gonna, rub off of you. And yeah, a year ago, I didn't know I was gonna get to this point. I started my YouTube journey just to start a journey, just to do something. I didn't know, like, I was a spiritual being. I didn't know I was a God. I didn't know I was an earth angel. It took me to separate. It took me to sacrifice time to get to know myself, to get to this point. And I say that to say, you got to sacrifice something. You got to sacrifice time. You got to sacrifice having fun. Like, you got to sacrifice just time. You just got to give yourself time. When you give yourself time, you're going to discover self-mastery. You're going to know everything you was taught, you taught yourself. Everything you know in this present moment, you taught yourself. Everything you are discovering in this present moment, you are reminding yourself. In the Matrix, we are here to remind ourselves, because our soul is hella old. This is 2 weeks of me not smoking weed no more for the rest of my life. But I love Eternal Squad, bro. And when I say Eternal Squad, I mean my youngest self and the people that look like me, the people that are discovering themselves, the people that are finding themselves, the people that are brave enough to really take care of themselves and do things alone, because it takes a lot of strength to really sit down and communicate with your soul. Let me tell y'all something. As a kid, I was a government lab experiment. As a kid, I was in all that shit. I'm saying, you know the shit you see in the movies and the cartoons, how they put you in this X-ray scanner. It's like an X-ray scanner. It's like your whole body going this motherfucking like technology, and they put you in that shit. I was in that shit as a kid. Like, I was going through so much spiritual warfare as a kid, it didn't make sense. It makes sense now because it's like I'm taking the time out to tap into my mind and my imagination, and it's making sense. It's making sense now. It's hitting me. Like, I always been tapped in, but it was their job to keep it away from me. It was their job to hide what I already knew away from me. It was their job. You know what I'm saying? Their job is to really keep you away from your true identity in the matrix. So as a kid, they doing all these lab experiments on me. They knew I was a species from a planet, a different planet that's not here. They knew I wasn't from here as a kid. They knew I was like a motherfucking, I'm gonna say an alien. They knew I was an alien. You feel me? They doing all these things to me. As a kid, I knew how to astral project. I knew how to contact high vibrational entities. I knew how to communicate with spirits. I knew how to control the weather. I knew how to control the wind. You know what I'm saying? I knew these things as a kid, and when you are a chosen one, witchcraft is done to you. Witchcraft is done to you to take your life. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? But you know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, I didn't know I was this tapped in until I got to 19 years old. 19 years of my life, it was hidden from me. When I got 19, I knew I was gonna get rich. When I got 19, I knew it was just something I knew. Like, I just knew that shit. Like, when I speak about certain things, I just know that shit. And I'm speaking to whoever is discovering themselves, to let you know what the fuck you are talking about. Their job is to make you seem fucking crazy. When you are talking about something and you just feel overwhelmed, you feel uncomfortable, that's a good ass sign. You know what the fuck you are talking about, so keep going. Keep fucking going. You know what I'm saying? Keep fucking going. I like to shout out Almighty God. I like to shout out my ancestors, my angelic beings, my spirit team, my angels out here with me, protecting me as I make this powerful video for the masses of people. This is 2 weeks of me not smoking weed for the rest of my life. Hey, y'all. Mushroom trips coming soon. It's like a magic mushroom bar. I'm not doing those mushrooms that come out the ground because it can really damage your brain, but it's these mushroom candy bars, and they more safer. And I love doing this every year because it's like I really get to experience the movie that I'm living. I'm saying, like, we are really experiencing a one-player video game. This is a movie, and I understand that I'm not AC Lucky, so I can do anything the fuck I want. You feel me? You gotta understand that you are not the body, and you can do anything the fuck you want in this Matrix video game because you are here to literally experience the game. You feel me? So, AC Lucky back with another video. Yeah, baby, mamacita. But 2 weeks of me not smoking weed, I recommend y'all to try it. I recommend y'all just to try something new. Write a book, record your life, Study something. Study the law of attraction. Study manifestation. Study aliens. You know what I'm saying? Study yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the small noises. When you outside, listen to those. Try to find that small noise. You feel me? When you are walking, look for that small noise. When you just in an environment full of people, just observe how everyone move and react to your energy, because the Matrix game is literally you. It's literally you in your own reality. This shit is illusion. Like, we not really alive, gang. You feel me? But 2 weeks of me not smoking weed, I feel good. I just want to say I love y'all, man, because without y'all, I wouldn't be here. Without y'all, I wouldn't be awakened. Without y'all, I wouldn't know my true identity. Without y'all, I wouldn't be this confident to speak. Without y'all, I wouldn't even know who I really am.